There is a group of Social Security recipients who are at serious risk of losing their benefits. And the most unsettling part is that most of them have no idea they are in that group. This is not about doing something wrong. This is not about fraud or mistakes. This is about specific circumstances that SSA is now reviewing more closely than ever before. And if your situation falls into one of these categories, your benefits could be interrupted or stopped before you even realize what triggered it. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you are going to know exactly which recipients are most at risk, why this is happening right now, and the specific steps that can protect your income before a problem ever starts. Let me be honest with you about why this conversation is so important. For most people watching this, Social Security is not a supplement. It is the foundation. It is what everything else is built on. The rent gets paid because that deposit arrives. The prescriptions get filled because that deposit arrives. The groceries, the utilities, the phone, all of it depends on that one monthly payment showing up on time and in full. When that foundation gets shaken, even temporarily, the consequences ripple into every corner of a person's life. That is why understanding who is vulnerable right now is not just useful information. It is protective information. I want to tell you about a man I will call Raymond. Raymond is 68 years old, lives alone in Arizona, and has been receiving SSDI, Social Security Disability Insurance, for about 4 years following a serious back injury that ended his career. Raymond is not careless. He is not uninformed. But last year he started doing some part-time consulting work from home, just a few hours a week, enough to cover a little extra spending money. He did not think it rose to the level of something he needed to report to SSA. He was wrong. SSA has very specific rules about how much work activity a disability recipient can engage in before it triggers what they call a continuing disability review. Raymond's income crossed a threshold he did not know existed. SSA flagged his account. His payments were suspended while a full review was conducted. The review took nearly 2 months. 2 months without his only income. He eventually had his benefits reinstated, but those 2 months cost him late fees, stress, and a relationship with his landlord that took a long time to repair. Raymond told me afterward, "Nobody ever explained to me where the line was." That is what we are going to do right now. So who are the recipients most at risk? Let me walk you through this carefully because this is the heart of everything. The first group is disability recipients who are working or earning income. If you receive SSDI and you are doing any kind of paid work, even from home, even part-time, even occasional consulting or gig work, SSA monitors this. There is a threshold called substantial gainful activity, and in 2025, that limit is $1,620 per month for non-blind individuals. If your earnings go above that amount, SSA can determine that you are no longer disabled under their definition and begin the process of stopping your benefits. Many people do not realize that the limit applies to gross earnings before taxes, not take-home pay. That distinction matters. The second group at risk is SSI recipients with changing financial situations. SSI, Supplemental Security Income, is needs-based, which means it is not just about your disability or age. It is about your income and your assets. If you receive an inheritance, if someone starts depositing money into your account regularly, if you get added to a joint bank account, or if your living situation changes in a way that reduces your expenses, all of these things can affect your SSI payment amount or eligibility. SSA requires you to report these changes. When people do not report them, overpayments occur, and SSA is now aggressively pursuing overpayment recovery, which can mean having a portion of your future benefits withheld until the overpaid amount is recovered. Now here is where things start to get really important, because the third group surprises people more than any other. It is beneficiaries whose personal information in the SSA system does not match current records. This sounds administrative and minor. It is not. If your address on file is outdated, if your name has legally changed and that change is not reflected in SSA records, if your identity documents have expired or been updated, these discrepancies can trigger account reviews under SSA's expanded verification protocols. And during a review, payments can be held. This is not a punishment. It is a process. But if you are not aware it is happening, those held payments feel exactly like stopped benefits. But there is another part of this that many people overlook entirely. The fourth group at risk is elderly beneficiaries who have not interacted with their SSA account in an extended period. SSA is conducting what are called periodic redeterminations, essentially check-ins, to confirm that a beneficiary still qualifies for the benefits they are receiving. If SSA cannot reach you, if letters are being sent to an outdated address, if you are not responding to correspondence because you never received it. Your account can be flagged and your payments interrupted while SSA attempts to locate and verify you. This happens more often than most people realize, particularly among seniors who move in with family members and forget to update their address with SSA. Let us talk about the consequences clearly so you understand what is actually at stake. A benefit interruption is not the same as a permanent termination, but it does not feel that way when it is happening to you. During a review period, payments can be held for weeks or months. If an overpayment is identified, SSA can withhold up to 100% of your future monthly payment until the balance is recovered, though you can request a lower withholding rate. If a disability review concludes that you no longer qualify, your benefits can be terminated with a written notice and a limited window to appeal. Appeals take time, and during the appeal process, depending on the type of benefit you receive, you may or may not continue receiving payments. I also need to warn you about something that is happening right now in response to all of this uncertainty. Scammers are calling seniors and disability recipients and telling them their benefits are about to be stopped unless they verify their information immediately by phone. Some of these calls are sophisticated enough to show a government number on your caller ID. Please hear this clearly. SSA does not call you and demand immediate verification under threat of benefit termination. If you receive a call like that, it is a scam. Hang up. Call SSA yourself at 1-800-772-1213 and ask if there is anything on your account that actually needs attention. That one step, calling SSA yourself instead of responding to an incoming call, protects you completely from this type of fraud. Now here is exactly what you should do. Step 1. Log into your My Social Security account at ssa.gov and review everything: your address, your phone number, your email, your direct deposit information, your benefit amount. Confirm that what SSA has on file matches your current reality. Step 2. If you receive SSDI and you are doing any kind of work or earning any income, even small amounts, contact SSA and report it. Do not guess about whether it crosses the threshold. Report it and let SSA make that determination. Unreported income is what turns a small issue into a major problem. Step 3. If you receive SSI and anything in your financial situation has changed, income, assets, living arrangements, household contributions, report those changes to SSA promptly. Step 4. Respond to every piece of mail from SSA, even if it looks routine, even if it seems like a form letter. Unresponded SSA correspondence is one of the most common triggers for account reviews that lead to payment delays. Step 5. If your benefits are ever suspended or you receive notice of a review, do not ignore it and do not panic. Respond in writing, keep copies of everything, and if you need help understanding the notice, contact your local legal aid organization or a benefits counselor. For caregivers and family members, please do this check on behalf of the people you support. Sit down with them, log into their SSA account together, and go through the information. If you notice anything that seems outdated or inaccurate, help them get it corrected. If they are working or earning income and receiving disability benefits, make sure they understand the reporting requirements. Your involvement right now could prevent a disruption that would affect both of you. Here's the reassurance I want to leave you with. SSA is not on a campaign to take benefits away from people who genuinely qualify for them. The reviews and verifications happening right now are responses to a system that has faced fraud, errors, and administrative backlogs. The people who lose benefits are almost always people who either stopped qualifying due to changed circumstances, or people who were never informed about reporting requirements, or people whose information fell out of date without anyone noticing. None of those situations have to be yours. You are watching this video because you care about protecting what you have worked for or qualified for. That instinct is exactly right. Check your account, report what needs to be reported, respond to every letter, and share this video with someone who relies on Social Security, because the information in it could make all the difference between a disruption they never saw coming and a benefit they protected because they knew what to watch for. Your benefits are yours. Keep them that way.